the Florida Mayhem recently announced a planned revamp to their roster, and they tested the waters of an all-Korean lineup today against the London Spitfire. The London Spitfire already looked much more comfortable with Jester back on Winston, but they didn't have the easiest time dealing with the Mayhem's all-Korean lineup despite claiming victory.
Yeah, I said I had a premonition that it might be a close game. Never said they might win. I always predicted London in that regard, but it was a reasonably close game in certain moments, and I think Florida Mayhem showed the potential this team has in the future, despite not getting the win overall. You know,
they were all right.
That's why I said potential, Josh.
Okay,
not that they're the best team in the world.
That's the thing. I think
see where they're going with.
I think this isn't going to be the roster that they stick with in the future as well, though, because I think they're probably going to add more things. They talk about it as if it's a process. This is just the beginning. This is their core roster. I would expect them to be adding more players in the future as well, because, like they said, they want to try and make it into the playoffs towards the end of the season. That's certainly a lofty goal for a team that's now 1-7, but you know, I give it to them. They've got high aspirations. You shoot for the moon. You might.
Yeah, they have about 1 week worth of time to make those changes. That's the thing. Like, it's not like at the very beginning of the season.
Yes, that's absolutely true. But what I'm actually going to spin this into as well is wondering what was going on with the London Spitfire in some of these situations. They picked themselves back together as they got later on throughout the series, but honestly, their defense of Eichenwald was shockingly awful. Like, it was non-existent. And then they end up, you know, just managing to squeak a draw out of this situation. To be fair to them, almost capped that with a second left on the clock. But the fact that this game entirely came down to Gibraltar and London Spitfire again weren't really able to defend properly, and Florida Mayhem pushed the whole way. That's not that great. Oh, sorry. No, this was just the this was where they pulled health. Yeah, right. Thinking of a different game, but this was Florida Mayhem just running the cheese.
Right. Do you attribute that to them not being comfortable with the meta? Because I remember coming in, a lot of people were saying this is the meta they were supposed to be most comfortable.
They should be comfortable with, but they didn't really branch out there. They played basically last stage's meta, and that is what we all thought. They looked shaky in